At the Rushdie no-show, who's to blame? Namita Gokhale, now we've heard that there's a protest by Hari Kunzru and Amitabh Kumar that was planned. They decided to read excerpts from the satanic verses in protest. Then they decided that they wouldn't continue. What exactly happened?
No, they have not gone ahead and read it. They began and they were stopped because we are well aware that this is a banned work, and we were not aware that they were planning to read it, and we immediately stopped them from reading it. Not we, I was not personally present there, but this is what has been reported to me. Because we do respect and stand by the rules of the law and rules of the country.
But let me ask you this. The Rajasthan police have said that they were ready to give protection to Salman Rushdie. Now, if that is the case, then why did he choose not to come?
I think if you read his statement, you will find that he has mentioned that there were these very terrifying reports, which were quite specific about threats to his life.
William, the entire Salman Rushdie event seems to have overshadowed the Jaipur Lit Fest. Now, that's unfortunate. But do you feel that this entire controversy was quite unnecessary and could have been handled better, perhaps by the police or the government in the state?
Not in the least. I mean, what is odd looking onto a festival from outside is you get a stream of reports from journalists who are here. Often it's quite different to actually be at a festival. The reality on the ground at the festival is we've got 262 authors reading brilliantly from a whole variety of amazing work. We've had record crowds. We just had a session on prison diaries. 3 Kashmiris sitting on stage reading brilliantly from their prison diaries, with not one of them, a famous international literary celebrity name, but with 5,000 people in the audience, and it's packed to the gunnels. It's fantastic buzz, and everyone's having a great time. So when you get an impression from news reports that the whole thing is moving from crisis to crisis and so on, it's quite at variance with the reality on the ground. Everyone's having a lovely time here and learning a lot, being educated, buying books, and generally doing everything that a literary conference could ever dream of.
I completely second what William is saying. It's been wonderful, whether it is Ashok Chakradhar reading from his poetry, whether it is the brilliant bhakti sessions, the readings by Arvind Krishna Mehrotra. It's been a euphoric and beautiful day, and it's very sad that Salman is not here today to share this with us as he was in 2007. And of course, when he was going to be here, his invitation did not include anything subversive. He was going to talk about his earlier work about Midnight's Children, about English, Chinglish. There was no intention to stir up any controversy, and we still have no intention.
And the last time he came here, he performed brilliantly. Everyone adored him. He signed autographs to school children. I mean, it was a lovely event. And the tragedy is, the way that the sort of game of Chinese whistles has spiraled it into something different. But it's not going to affect the festival. The festival continues. We're having a fantastic time, and I think it's going to be one of the greatest literary events we've seen in India for a long time. It's been a very exciting day.
In fact, there's been quite a different...
Okay, but Namita, I'll come to you in a moment. William, now you're downplaying, and Namita as well, you're downplaying the significance, in a sense, of Rushdie not attending because of everything that's happened. But William, let me ask you this. Do you believe that the government, for political reasons, is trying to appease a certain community, taking into consideration the forthcoming assembly elections?
Well, what I can say with my hand on my heart is we had unbelievably supportive help from the police and the intelligence agencies. We really could not have asked for more. Everything that we needed was provided. Diggy Palace is now so fantastically secure. We have body scanners. We have everything we could possibly have dreamt of. You never know about intelligence reports. By its very nature, intelligence is something that can't really be verified by ordinary sources. And just like the claims about weapons of mass destruction in the Iraq War, an intelligence agency makes a claim and you have to really believe it. We had very specific intelligence that 3 assassins from the Bombay underworld had been given guns and money by an underworld don who was named in the original report and had moved from Maharashtra into Rajasthan. Now, it was at this point only that Salman decided that it simply wasn't worth the risk. And had I been in his shoes, I think I'd have made exactly the same decision. There's still all sorts of hopes that we're going to commemorate him by reading from things like Midnight's Children or maybe having a video link or some sort of commemoration to mark the fact that he's not here and to show our support of him and our admiration of all his work. But as I say, this is one author of 262. He's one of India's greatest writers, but we have many other fine talents here who are here on the ground. There are hundreds of thousands of people here enjoying it. And what I wouldn't like is people who are reading this to imagine that this is a sort of festival, sort of, buzzing with controversy. The reality is it's a lot of people celebrating books and loving literature.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone. Fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.